Okay. Calling cause numbers 2025-0D04235, 2025-0D03670, and 2025-0D05885, each case style the state of Texas versus Edward Moore. May I have announcements, please?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jose Garcia for the state, present and ready.
Brett Stevens for Mr. Moore. We're ready, Your Honor.
And for purposes of the record, we are conducting this proceeding over Zoom remotely, and it is being live streamed on YouTube. Mr. Stevens, you may proceed with your bond hearings.
Thank you, Your Honor. Judge, my client is being held on two $100,000 cash or surety bonds for the possessions under 1 gram. There are two of those state jail felonies. And then for the ag assault, it's set at $25,000. My client's a U.S. citizen born in El Paso. He is self-employed when he's out and cutting yards and hauling trash. He will need to go through jail reentry if released. I did confirm with his sister that he could not live with her, so that was our primary. So we're going to request jail reentry. He has a 10th grade education. As far as I know, his only criminal history should appear on Odyssey. I do not believe there's anything outside of El Paso. He has 1622 issues, and he is currently taking medication. I will say that we had concerns about some competency issues at the beginning, but EHN has been treating Mr. Moore at the jail, and he seems to be a lot more stable now. But he is willing to cooperate with Takumi if released, and so we are requesting as low of a bond as the court would be willing.
Mr. Stevens, was that part of, so he was initially on the state jail felonies on PR bond, right?
I believe so, Judge.
And was the mental health, those conditions, was that part of his conditions before?
You know what? Let me look. I don't have those bonds in front of me, but I will look real quick.
Okay. All right. In the meantime, Mr. Garcia, you may proceed.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor. So briefly, Judge, I'm looking at Mr. Moore's criminal history. He does have long and extensive history. He has been to TDC once. He did 5 years. After completing TDC, he has several trips to the state jail facility, including 13 months and 6 months in the facility. Your Honor, recently there is a pattern of reoffending. Specifically in February of 2025, he picked up a possession, state jail. And then in March, a month later, he picked up another possession. And then in September of this year, he picked up an ag assault with a deadly weapon involving a firearm. And he also picked up an assault family violence and interference with emergency request, Your Honor. And due to his history and his current pattern of reoffending, I believe the bonds are reasonable as they are, Your Honor.
So what are we talking about, Mr. Stevens, in terms of the mental health concerns? It looks like the clerk is telling me that he did not have any prior MH type conditions. You know, so I don't know what kind of services he was receiving when he was on bond last time.
The last bond that I'm seeing from March of 2025 on the PR order, it does not have anything on it about reporting to Takumi. And I'm hesitant to say what the exact 1622 issues are over the air.
The clerk is on now telling me 4235 he had Takumi on that bond order.
Your Honor, just to clarify, on 4235, that one, the bond order is from February of 2025, and then I guess he picked up the other possession. The second PR bond did not have any kind of mental health or Takumi. It was only the very first one.
Is he receiving any treatment in the jail? Is he receiving meds?
Yes, Judge. And I looked at his medical report yesterday, and what I'm seeing is, do you want me to send you the medical report? I can email it to you and the DA.
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that. That'll be better than putting it on the record here.
All right. Mr. Garcia, I don't know if I cut you off.
No, Judge, I was just arguing that the state would request that the bonds remain as they are, as because he does have a current pattern of reoffending involving dangerous crimes.
Mhm.
So we do argue that the bonds are reasonable as they are, Judge.
Let me see. So the ag assault 5885. You mentioned something about the sister. Is she the complainant in the ag assault, or why was that residence not available?
She was a witness, not an eyewitness, but she was a witness, and she just, you know what? When my office checked with her, she just said no. That's the only information I have.
What's the allegation on the ag assault, Mr. Garcia? Is it a family member?
It's the wife, Your Honor.
Oh,
And he had a shotgun with him, and she's alleging that he is a narcotic user and that he was upset that day, lost control of the situation, and he pulled the shotgun.
That's false, man. I'm wrongfully accused.
Okay.
understood. Thank you.
Judge, I'm just to follow up on that, and I just emailed that to you right now with a summary that I had in my notes about what I found in the medical report.
Mm-hmm.
But on the ag assault, I do not believe they ever found any type of weapon. They found like these two rods that were tied together or taped together.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't find, they were claiming there was a shotgun. There was never any kind of gun found located. And then I believe it was his mother, not his wife.
Let me see.
Excuse me, may I speak?
Ask
It-
your attorney first.
Edward, I'm saying do not speak, okay?
I want to speak.
But you're not gonna help yourself.
I don't want the bond and I want a different counsel. I don't think the counsel is right for me.
That request is denied. The request to reduce bond is also denied at this time, Mr. Stevens, based on the community safety and the prior non-compliance of your client. This is a huge document, Mr. Stevens. I do see at least as on the front that there is some compliance there. But I need to know if there's going to be any other issues going forward. Okay, I know you'll be on top of that.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you for your time.
May downtown be excused, Judge?
Thank you, downtown.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Judge, on page 6, we have Mr. Yanez for Kelp Brown.
Who's here on that one from the state?
Ms. Tarango, I believe, is handling it, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Let me get back. Thank you for accommodating the time change. I know the docket went out at 1:30, but I wanted to make sure since this is kind of our first setting that we have in present. Do we have the annex and do we have Kelp Brown?
Annex, are you there? Annex?
Good afternoon. We don't have Brown in our docket, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Did
We don't
not
have that
add
Brown
him
in
to
our
the
docket.
clock?
I sent an email to the to escort. Did they not place him on the docket?
No, they didn't.
Is there any way we can get him annexed if I leave to the end?
By any chance, do you got the ISO number in Mr. Brown, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. It's going to be 940-15818. It should be the annex.
Council, if it's gonna take a super long time, I don't want to put you all out, but I did want to make sure, since this is our first setting, that we have your client here, Mr. Yanez. So if you can wait a few minutes and see if we can get the annex to get him over, I prefer to handle it that way, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. We're actually here meeting with a client on a murder case that we start on Friday, so I'm here at the courthouse, so I can wait around.
No rest for the weary, Mr. Yanez. All right, thank you so much. Let me know if you all need to leave, and if so, then we'll move on.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, who's
Thank
next, Mr. Nanez? I would get mixed up when we have Yañez and Nañez.
Your Honor,
Monday.
sorry to interrupt. Can we go over the list to make sure we have the emails that we need? Because we only have 4 on our list.
We should have annex, we'll have Francisco Herrera, Brian Cobb,
Okay?
Jonathan Nogas,
Okay.
Charles Sanders, and Tyler Shropshire.
What's ESO in Shropshire? We don't have that one.
Shropshire.
either. I'm sorry, Your Honor, we apologize.
That's okay. I think it's 967-5608, maybe?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
We're
And
gonna
we-
bring it nice up, Your Honor.
Thank you. We were just here on him too. Okay. So
You
who
got
do you
rid of
have, Annex, so we can call somebody who's here?
We have Cobb,
Okay, let's start with Cobb.
Herrera, Ogas, and Sanders.
Let's start with Mr. Cobb, please.
Yes, ma'am. Step back a little bit.
All right, calling cause number 2025-0D00573, State of Texas versus Brian Cobb. May I have announcements, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Jose Garcia for the state, present and ready.
Karina Rodriguez on behalf of Mr. Brian Cobb, defense is ready.
For purposes of the record, Mr. Cobb is appearing remotely from the jail annex. We are set for a bond hearing. Ms. Rodriguez, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Cobb is respectfully requesting that this court consider reducing his current $100,000 bond. He's been in custody since October the 1st, and a warrant was based on a failure to report for June. He was arrested out of Doña Ana County and faced extradition proceedings. He waived those extradition proceedings out of New Mexico and was eventually sent over here to the El Paso County. At the time before his arrest, he was attending drug treatment out of Las Cruces Health Department. He was set to start on the methadone program over there. And I say this to say that it was helping Mr. Cobb, and if he were to stay out of custody, it would continue to be beneficial to him. In terms of complying with the court's order, Mr. Cobb maintains he did follow normal check-in procedures for the months he's alleged not to have reported, which is to call in, then wait for a confirmation number for the month of June and July. Looks like he was picked up in August out of Doña Ana. He never actually spoke to a person, but that's also been the case for whenever he was said to have been compliant as well. So the same procedures that he was following when he was compliant, he did the exact same thing when they're alleging that he wasn't compliant. In terms of background, he's diagnosed with PTSD. He has his first kid on the way. If released, he'd continue residing at his address on 1508 Anthony. He has no criminal history out of El Paso that I can see. He has access to a phone as well as a vehicle for transportation. He has absolutely no money to post towards the $100,000 bond that is currently set. And so we'd argue that the bond asset is egregiously high. And so we're asking for the court to consider either PR or alternatively a low surety amount. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Yes, Your Honor. So I'm looking here at my notes, and I'm looking that this defendant was scheduled to report on a monthly basis. He reported on May 19 of this year, and then failed to report since June. So he didn't report since June, and then was arrested on, I believe, August. So now, Judge, that's my concern. I mean, of course, we are opposing any PR bonds at this time because he was given one and he violated by failing to report. Now, I will agree with Ms. Rodriguez that Mr. Cobb does not have any history in El Paso. I looked at the rap sheet. I don't see any other history outside of town. So, Your Honor, I would be opposed to a PR bond. However, I'm not entirely opposed to a reduction. I'll just request that the bond be high enough to ensure his appearance in all future proceedings, Your Honor.
And what was the issue? You're saying he was reporting, Ms. Rodriguez, but somehow they weren't registering it?
That's correct.
Started in February.
Hold on, Mr. Cobb.
All right, so I mean, it's that high because once I have a report from PR that they're not reporting, he was at a $6,000 PR bond. I am not going to give him a PR bond again. We don't. I didn't mishear, and I'm not misinterpreting Odyssey. We don't have any new offenses, right?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, so it's going to be a $15,000 cash surety bond. That's all. It's going to be a $15,000 cash surety bond. Do you have a rec on this case, Mr. Garcia?
Your Honor, I'm looking at 5 deferred with some treatment.
Okay. All right. Okay, we'll go from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day. Who's next?
Judge, on page 12, we have Jonathan Ogas for Mr. Huffman.
Okay.
Annex, do you have Ogas?
Ogas?
Here's Ogas, Your Honor.
Thank you. Calling cause number 2024-0D02451, State of Texas versus Jonathan Ogas. May I have announcements, please?
Jose Garcia over to state, present and ready.
Rick Huffman for Mr. Ogas.
Mr. Ogas is appearing remotely from the jail annex. We're set for a pre-revocation hearing. I did not review this summary, so let me look at it. Let's see. 2 years deferred in February. Assault, misdemeanor. Didn't we just have a didn't I just say plead out? Let me see. Hold on. Let me read it. He was ordered to pay $60. Anger management, no contact. He failed to report May, June, July, August, VN. We got our MTR. He was picked up and he remains in custody. Yes, I said 200 days and then you said split it and you went down to 150 and it wasn't like 200 or something like that. Where are we?
I need to talk to Judge. I didn't have my notes, so I forgot about calling him and asking him about the 150 days.
I don't think we said 150. Let's be clear.
Oh,
I think Mr. Garcia was at 300. I was at 200. And you said, let's split the baby at 150. And I said, that's not splitting the baby. It's 250.
Judge, we're hoping we can get something lower. Mr. Ogas doesn't have a record other than this case.
So here's what happened, though, so your client understands. What was this pled down from?
A robbery. And I don't know the facts of the robbery, Judge.
The second degree to a Class A misdemeanor.
Yeah. And we didn't show up. So 200 days is a gift. You got 1 week to figure it out and let me know if you want a contested rebel. Okay?
Judge, can we just bring him in and decide? Well, I'll call him, but if we could bring him in, that might be helpful as well.
Tomorrow?
That'd work.
What's today? Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Or Thursday.
No. We can bring them in 1 week.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Right. Re-rebel in 1 week. Get some paperwork going, Mr. Garcia. Thank you,
Yes,
Mr.
Judge.
Rojas. Who's next? Mr. Nunez.
Judge, on page 12, we have Charles Sanders for Ms. Rodriguez.
Okay.
Annex, can we Sanders next, please?
All right, calling cause number 2025-0D06009, State of Texas versus Charles Everett Sanders. May I have announcements, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Jose Garcia for the state, present and ready.
Nina Rodriguez on behalf of Mr. Charles Sanders. Defense is ready.
For purposes of the record, Mr. Sanders is appearing remotely from the jail annex. We are set for a bond hearing. Ms. Rodriguez, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Sanders is requesting that this court reduce his $5,000 bond on the burglary of building. He's been in custody since September 9th of this year. We're requesting that it get reduced down to PR or a low surety bond amount. Prior to getting picked up, he was living on the streets, and if released, he would seek shelter at the OC at the Opportunity Center. The referral has been submitted. He is a U.S. citizen and has two children, ages 25 and 17. He was previously employed in landscaping, where he was getting paid $10 an hour. He has medical insurance coverage, which he has applied for while he's been incarcerated. He has that available to him for about a year. He's been diagnosed with PTSD, bipolar disorder, and schizophrenia. He's been on medications while he's been in custody these past couple weeks. As of right now, for his mental health, he'll continue receiving services through Centro San Vicente. He's been referred to Aliviane and Punto de Partida, the Texas Workforce for Employment Services, and reentry support for additional case management support, including bus passes and benefit applications and being able to get an ID in place. He has absolutely no money to post towards his bond right now, and so for those reasons, we'd ask the court to consider either a PR or a low surety amount. Thank you.
Thank you. So let me just make sure I understand. So he would be living at the Opportunity Center, and then I heard some, connecting to services, but I thought you said there was one before where he is already on track to receive services. Did I hear correctly?
Yeah, so he's going to continue receiving services through Centro San Vicente, and that he's been referred to the OC, to Aliviane and Punto de Partida, as well as the Texas Workforce for Employment.
So what will happen at Centro San Vicente? That's where he was already going for services? Like they already have some treatment established for him, or how's that?
Your Honor, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Villalobos. He's our social worker. He's a little bit more familiar with what Centro San Vicente provides. He's logged on.
Okay, Mr. Villalobos.
Hi, Judge. So whenever they are referred to San Vicente at the Opportunity Center, they start a case there, but they have to report later on for their appointments on the second floor, whether it's for medical or for mental health. But again, they restart the services upon arrival of to the shelter.
How do we ensure that he gets from the jail to the shelter?
Reentry is providing the sheriff is providing the transportation. I will send over the transportation language.
And does the Opportunity Center, Ms. Rodriguez or Ms. Villalobos, if you know, do they have anything to do with the instant offenses? Or the instant offense? I say offenses because I know he has a criminal mischief as well. So I don't know if it came out of the same
Oh,
instance.
I'm unsure of that.
Do you know, Ms. Rodriguez?
I'd refer to the state, Your Honor, and I'll look it up. But maybe Jose has maybe.
The criminal mischief looks like it happened at the jail.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me go back.
Let me see.
Yes, Judge, the criminal mischief is a crack in the window from the south.
And then on the indictment on the burglary building, it looks like it's some business.
It's a general contractor building. It's alleged that he went in there and attempted to steal something.
All right. Anything else, Ms. Rodriguez?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Garcia?
Judge, my only concern is, of course, Mr. Sanders has a 20-page rap sheet. That's my only concern. I understand that the bond at this time is $5,000 cash surety. So in an attempt to keep the community safe, I would argue that this bond is reasonable at this time. Or we can do a 1244A and be done.
Mr. Nanez, on that, ask Mr. Yanez and Ms. Tarango, the jail transported Mr. Is it Kelp Brown?
Yes, sir.
So if you can just come up to the courtroom, we'll handle it there. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll be right up.
right up, Judge.
Thanks. Okay, on Mr. Sanders, when was the last date of offense, not ours? Like, what are we talking about out of El Paso?
Let me see, Judge.
And he's at 5,000, Ms. Rodriguez?
5,000 for the felony, 500 for the misdemeanor.
Mhm. I mean, I understand your client doesn't have resources, but it's not in the courts. It's not, in my opinion, an unreasonable bound. Oh, yeah.
The last one I have, Judge, is on, let's see, appears 2015. Out of Bowie PD, September 23rd, 2015, for a burglary of habitation.
Yeah. The request to reduce bond is respectfully denied. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge, and I will convey that 1244A offer over to Mr. Sanders.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Villalobos. Who's next? You're muted, Mr. Nunez.
Sorry, Judge. Next, you have Shropshire available?
Yes, it's coming right up.
Weren't we just here last week?
Your
Mr.
Honor, so for this, we had a probation status hearing. You wanted us to provide a little bit more of a detailed plan.
Got it.
So this is part of the reason why I had Mr. Villalobos here as well.
Okay. All right. Calling cause number 2024-0D04227, State of Texas versus Tyler Shropshire. May I have announcements, please?
So I got to say over the state, present and ready.
Karina Rodriguez on behalf of Mr. Tyler Shropshire, defense is ready.
And Edgar Eras for the probation department.
All right. Mr. Shropshire is appearing remotely from the jail annex. So we had a to-do list a week ago. How are we doing on an update for Mr. Shropshire? Anyone?
So
Judge,
Sorry,
if
Judge.
Judge, if
Go
I
ahead.
may.
Yeah.
If I may.
Sure.
Okay, Judge. Thank you. The last time that we were here, you wanted to know exactly what happened with Mr. Shropshire and Aliviana Men's Residential. That same day, I went ahead and I called them, and I got a hold of this lady named Leslie Perez. I believe she's a director for that program. She said that he was only there for 2 days. Mr. Shropshire really didn't want to be there, and he said he didn't have a substance use issue, so they ended up discharging him from that program. I did ask her if he could go back to that program because he doesn't have anywhere to go to at the moment, and she said that they would always readmit him. There wouldn't be an issue there. They just need to screen him. And as far as that program goes, it's only a 90-day program. But upon admittance into that program, Mr. Shropshire would have to acknowledge that he does have some sort of alcohol and drug issue.
But is that the crux of his issue, or is it a mental health thing? Like,
I believe it's probably a mental health, Judge.
yeah.
But we were talking about as far as housing last time. That this would be short term if the court wanted to go that route.
And Your Honor, he is on 5 different medications as of right now, none of which I can pronounce, but as the court noted, it is mental health related. He has a schizoaffective disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder. He appears well when I've spoken to him, when Mr. Villalobos has spoken to him. So in terms of mental health, that's where we're at right now. And I guess the other concern that I have, Judge, is that there's no motion to adjudicate filed, and part of the allegations that the probation office has alleged is relying on a misdemeanor that has been dismissed. So that concerns the defense that Mr. Shropshire has no bond set, and he's been in custody since September 25th. If we need to add a condition for him to get that mental health, I'm sure Mr. Shropshire would be on board for that. Our concern is that he's been in custody with no motion.
Yeah. So let me see. So the only reason I'm not really inclined, Mr. Eras, on the Aliviana end is because it doesn't seem to be really tailored to what his real concern is. Well, even though the housing angle of it might be, but that's not what that resource is really there for. It's really there for people as I'm understanding, who have more, this placement is for substance use, right? And that
In
was,
essence, yes, Judge.
okay. And so I don't want to be, just because maybe it's convenient for him to have a roof over his head to be in Aliviana, utilizing a resource that is not really going to help him. The recommendation, and he already took off from there once. And I'm not seeing, on the recommendation from probation, all I'm seeing is that he continue with the MHI caseload. But again, what is that going to mean? I mean, is he going to have housing? How are we going to, I don't know.
Your Honor, he has been linked to reentry, and they have assigned him a case manager to go through the housing process, not only with the shelter, but also to apply later on for benefits. In addition, they already know that he's going to be linked to the mental health services in an outpatient setting, so they're willing to do the bus passes as well.
Do we have an option for inpatient?
Unfortunately, to get to that point, he would have to be evaluated, and EHN does not provide that type of services. It would be mainly with Rio Vista, with UVH. However, they do require health insurance for inpatients.
So no, we don't have an inpatient option.
Not right now.
What did Centro San Vicente has some kind of program?
They have programs for both medical and mental health, but it doesn't cover inpatient services.
So could we link him to outpatient services there, or is that pulling him out of something similar to go somewhere else?
For substance use prevention or for mental health? I'm a little bit confused.
I'm only talking about mental health on Mr. Shropshire.
Oh no, for him, we're going to be linking him to Emergence Health Network with Takumi for continuous outpatient services.
Is that what he was on before?
That I don't know.
Is that what he was linked to before he went into custody?
EHN directed me to the El Paso Psychiatric Center. That's about as far as probation is involved currently, at least recently.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Eras, was that what he was linked to before he was in custody?
Your Honor, Mr. Shropshire never reported. I've never met him in person. He's never been in my office. From the get-go, he just didn't report. He did contact me once. He was at the El Paso Psychiatric Center over off of Alameda, and he was there for about a month and a half, and from there he went to Men's Aliviana Residential. But to my knowledge, he hasn't done anything in reference to mental health, other than being taken to the psychiatric center because the police department ended up taking him there.
All right. Mr. Garcia, you have any input?
No, Judge.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go with the recommendation for him to be placed on the mental health caseload with the links to, you said EHN, is that correct?
That's correct.
We're going to have a review in 30 days in person.
All right, thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
You may.
Judge, before we conclude, if I could just let Mr. Shropshire to report to my office once he gets released from custody.
Yes, sir. You have to report to your probation officer, sir, and we're going to come back to court in 30 days immediately upon release and coordinate with your attorney for all your appointments, all those follow-ups, so we can get you on track. The second we are not reporting, probation is going to report to me that you're a no-show, and I'm going to issue a bench warrant. Understood?
Understood, Your Honor. The only issue I have is getting transportation provided. I believe the reentry team was willing to try and help with transportation. Once I get an idea, I'd have my own funds. I'd be able to get a bus pass and get to probation. I was told that it's kind of far for a walk if the transportation wasn't provided via bus or a family member. So maybe a different probation office closer to the downtown area could be arranged. I was told that currently a transfer isn't necessary or in order. And I should be able to, get to School Road. As far as I know, it's off Alameda somewhat, so I can get there on a bus route that I'm aware of. Other than that, I don't know how easy this can be for me.
So I'm not sure about the location, Mr. Edas. Initially, Mr. Shropshire, you're going to have to report to Mr. Edas. And then from there, we can evaluate if you get transferred to someone else, another office, I guess, to make it more convenient. We're coming back for my purposes quickly in 30 days. Okay, so just don't lose contact with your attorney's office and with your probation officer.
And Judge, would we be able to add on the release order that he be transported over to the Opportunity Center? Otherwise, they'll just release him to the streets. And
Yes.
if he's at the annex, okay. Thank you.
What else?
That's all. Thank you.
Okay, good luck, sir. We'll see you in 30 days. Who's next? What's going on, Mr. Nunez? Getting a lot of messages.